I can do it too.
Yeah. What's up, everybody?
Hey, what's up, people? This is creating comics on the move with Ben, Rosario, and our special guest Frederick tonight, whatever time it is where you guys are at.
Afternoon here on East Coast.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, afternoon, and then it's evening for me and morning for Rosario. So we're representing all the different time zones.
Wait, it's morning in Jersey? Oh, you're still in the West Coast. You're pre-move. Yeah.
Gotcha. Still here, bro. Still here.
You're also in a communist state.
Yes. California is definitely communist, dude.
Glad to hear. Yeah.
It's so horrible.
Wait, where are you at, Frederick?
I'm in Canada, China.
Canada, that's right. Yeah. Which is where are you in Montreal or Quebec,
close?
Or?
So I'm at the capital, which is Quebec, which confuses some people. I say, I'm in Quebec. They're like, oh, Montreal. No. It's kind of like New York. That's the name of the province, and it's also the name of the city. So it's the capital. Montreal is about a 3-hour drive from here, so it's not too far.
Okay. So pretty cool place. I haven't been in that part of Canada. I've only been to Vancouver.
We got the oldest fortified city, so it looks like the old parts of Europe. If I go uptown, you have like old buildings. There's a festival every year called the Festival of New France, and people just dress up like at the 1700s, and you just walk around the old buildings. It's like a time travel festival, like everyone's all dressed up, and you got all the architectures there still. So it's a nice kind of experience if you like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's supposed to be beautiful.
That sounds amazing. I love that kind of stuff. History, culture, food. I mean, that's one of the big reasons I'm in Europe, just because of, all the history.
The food in general.
Yeah.
You can't really mess
history,
with that,
food, culture, people.
Right?
It's amazing.
The French have the best food, and this is the Europe of America right here. So
yeah, that's true.
Italy has the best food in Europe. Italy has the best food in Europe. Remember that.
I know, man. Italy's amazing. France is amazing. Like Macedonia, Serbia, Hungary. Oh my gosh, it's everywhere you go. Greece, Spain is amazing. Just don't have
Spain is good. Spain is
just don't have pizza in Granada in Spain. Don't do that. But all the other food is great.
And don't order pineapple on pizza in Italy, or you may get shot.
Oh, that's true. That's true. They don't do pineapple. They don't do sweet pizzas. They don't do chicken in pasta, like in pasta sauce. Like they hardly ever use chicken at all over there. And they don't even have meat sauces. They have, it's meatballs and stuff. And over in Italy, it's pretty different, but it's still awesome.
Yeah, it's different food. I mean, I like the food in Russia too. When I was in Moscow, Egypt has some good stuff. Tel Aviv had good food because it's like New York. It's very liberal, so they have all kinds. They have like Asian food, sushi. They have everything over there. But I don't know. I think Spain, the paella in Spain, with like the linguistinis and lobsters and the scout, dude.
Oh yeah, paella
so cheap,
man.
We always talk about food in this channel for somehow.
Yeah, because food's amazing, man.
It is. And Amsterdam had some really good munchies, but it might have been because I had the munchies.
The best part about the first time going to Amsterdam, you walk in the shop, it's not like the shops out here, like it's all grungy, you got like a ghetto chick selling weed. It's like a tea house. And every little like glass vial is like some white widow. Like,
and you got different sections. Like, are you smoking cigarettes? Well, you're going to be on the patio on the first floor. If you're not non-smoking, except for the ganja, you're going to be on the second floor.
Yeah, the tea houses, it's all tea.
The best part is not like buying the weed. The best part is buying all the munchies and cookies and like stuff after you smoke the weed. You're like, oh, I can have this, all these desserts and cookies and stuff. He's like, this is the best thing in the world.
So we're from Jersey. We're blunt smokers. So we went there, right? This is our first tour in Europe, and we go to the cigar shop. We asked for Swisher Sweets. Remember we were talking about Swisher Sweets last night? I was like, you have Philly blunts or like stuff to roll weed in? They don't do that over there. They roll tobacco with weed. So we go into the shop, we buy like this expensive cigar. It was like $20. So we're splitting it open, dumping it out in front of all these people. They're like, what are these guys doing? Then we put the weed in there. We didn't put no tobacco. We roll a huge blunt. They're like, are these guys crazy? 'Cause they don't smoke like Americans do. They smoke like really like they put a little bit of weed in a cigarette and tobacco and they smoke it, or like hash. That's it. That's their high. We're like fucking blunts, blasting music, hitting on the girls, like Americans.
Hold on, I gotta go get an ice pack for my computer that's overheating. Be right back.
Okay. Oh man, hope it's
That's
okay.
crazy, man. Computer should come.
Yeah,
with
it's everything like that is just different over here. But every place in the world, you go to another country, and you think you think of one way, doing one thing one way, and they if they do it the same thing, it's totally different way, like totally different. And so, like even there, I haven't been to Amsterdam yet, but I hear they have like the cafes over there are places where you go to smoke weed and to do that, and then
drink tea, or like smoke a bong and have tea.
Yeah,
like, what?
And it's legal there, and then you go to someplace else to have coffee, and from what I've heard.
I was gonna tell a story last night when Joe was there. So we were on tour. We had a bus and we had a trailer, but we shared the bus with 2 other bands because it's expensive. Those big tour buses, you got showers and TVs in there, the video games and everything. So the trailer had all the merchandise, all our gear. So I think we had to cross through Germany. Germany it's not legal for weed. It's like most of in Europe, this is like early 2000s. So we go, what are we gonna do? We have an ounce. So we put it in the merch of the other band. So if we get pulled over, they check their stuff.
The rival band.
Yeah, so we put we put it in their shirts and everything. So we did get pulled over at the checkpoint, and we're like, "Oh my god!" And we're laughing. And then once we get to the destination, we pull it out. And say, hey guys, we had to put it in your gear. I'm sorry. And
man.
And this is the bigger band that took us on tour. We were like kind of bullying them and shit. Oh, dude, it was the best.
It's a good thing they didn't have any dogs there at the border.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. It wasn't ours. It was there. I was like, I don't know what's going on, man.
Germans have weird laws because you can actually drink on the street. Like you can walk down the street with a beer and drink.
In Berlin, yeah, so we're doing it in Berlin.
Totally
like,
legal.
woo!
Yeah, you could do that almost everywhere. That like Europeans were talking about the United States, and they think it's crazy in the U.S. because they're like, what? People can't drink like holding their beer or wine.
Well,
or something.
we act like idiots over here. We get into fights and shit. So over there, it's like calm. I mean, I was yelling all kinds of racial slurs in Germany. They were like, no, don't do that here. I'm like, why? It's a joke.
Well, yeah, in Germany, you can't even raise your hand at a 45 angle.
Yeah.
So, okay.
What to stop?
So this girl came by. I'm so drunk, dude. This girl came by with it looks like a Pee Wee Herman bike. I go, can I take that? And she was in the show, but she had a bike for some reason. Can I take a ride on that bike? So I rode the bike around the block, like saying, see Kyle. But I was joking. And they were like, no, don't do that here. I'm like, why? Like, hey, it's a joke. They're like, dude, you go to jail. I go, holy shit, it's that serious over there. Because they feel guilty.
Yep, it totally is, man. Everything's they take that seriously.
I'm like, we're just Americans being assholes, we're just joking.
And other things are different. And also, yeah, they're not as different laws, different countries. Some stuff is fine here, it's not fine in the US. Some stuff is fine in that kind of thing. It's not fine here. And it also, as a whole, Europe seems to be a little bit like calmer than the United States.
Well, that's because you have topless beaches, so that brings the pressure down a little bit.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah.
Did you go to Bikini Beach in Italy? It's by
no, I don't even know where that's at. No,
it's south. It's by by Naples, dude.
Yeah, no, the furthest south I went was Rome.
Okay. So we took I went there when I was a little kid. I remember it, and I was like, Mom, why is everybody topless? Right? I was a little kid, and I was like, probably got a whole hard on. The beach is made with pebbles. There's like pebbles on the beach. It's not sand. And there's a big
mostly it's pebbles everywhere in Europe.
But there's a big sign that says Bikini Beach on like the mountaintop, like huge. Everybody was like chicks everywhere. So we posted up and we like drove by and it was like we can't go here. We're gonna get in trouble. We're gonna say something stupid. We're gonna hit on girls. And it's like nakedness. All hot chick, European girls. Go there. I'm telling you.
That's where I want to die.
The only time I
like this.
The only time I saw any of that was the whole time I've been, but I haven't honestly really gone to the beach as much. And the only time I was on the beach a lot was in the fall, like almost winter. Like we were able to get rent a condo room right on the beach, but it was winter. It was cold. Nobody was there. Like I because I was like living on the beach for a couple months. I'm like, forget this. I'm gonna take advantage of it. And I went swimming in like almost December, but it was fun. But
Beaches
the only
are
time I
nice.
saw it was before then. I was in England, down in gosh, I think it's Brighton on the coast,
Right.
like right on the very southern coast of
Mhm.
England. And then so I went on the beach there. This is when I first noticed like they had pebbles on the beach.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I went through down the city center and just chilling, just walking through. It was all crowded. All these cool people were around and stuff like that. Then I looked up, and on the second floor, like it was a balcony or like the top of a sign. I think it was a big balcony. This naked woman was just laying there,
Hey.
laying there, and
How you
just
doing?
in front of her. Yeah, it was like, and there's this whole street. It was like tons of people, like on the street, and some people checking. So that was like the only experience that I had. I just thought it was not something you do in the U.S. So yeah.
Ben's like, how you doing? I'm from America. I'm
Well, not in
American.
England either. I mean, the English are prudes. Let's be honest. I'm saying this as a Frenchman, of course, but even in Canada, there's a big split between French part and the English part.
Right.
Because on French TV, you can see topless babes all the time. There's a sex scene here in a movie or not.
Mhm.
And it's much more strict on the English side and the American
Right.
side. You guys are very, you could show extreme violence, but can't have a nip slip ever.
Yeah, here. That's how Europeans think about that too. It's sex over there on TV, and us is violence. They think Americans are really violent, and the same thing in Germany too. They'll have a lot of definitely more risque shows and commercials and stuff, show nudity and commercials and stuff. And I found that out by accident over there, but yeah, so it's definitely a different culture, I suppose.
Oh yeah.
Goddamn.
But anyway, hey, let's get into Ratel, man. Let's talk about that. What's going on, man? Like Frederick, this is Frederick's comic book creation. That's
right.
Kind of cool.
It is kind of cool, and I'm just about ready to go to print now. I'm doing the final design stuff on the back of the books, so all the art, all the lettering's been redone too. Like I got featured on Hard Art. And I got some good critiques on the lettering stuff, and I went back and redid all of it, to be honest, and got a little bit of help from Elliot as well. Like he gave me some pointers and just made sure that everything was up to par and all that. And so that's slowed down the production a little bit. I expected stuff to go out in March. It's going to be going out in April, but I'm almost there. I'm running the second chance campaign right before hitting the printer. So if people want to secure their copy before I go to print, now is the time. I think it's going to be a good one, man. I've been working on it for a couple of years. It's not a first draft. We went through like 5 drafts. I got about a dozen beta readers have a look at it too. It's got good pacing. So it's not, despite it being my first book, it's not, it's not just a spur of the moment project. Like a lot of work has gone into it. It's a 90s superhero feel to it, but at the same time, it's got a lot of sci-fi elements that set it right in the present, because we are living in the future right now, right? The sci-fi is here. As William Gibson said, the future is already here. It's just not evenly distributed yet. So that's kind
that's a good thing. That's a good saying.
It's true.
I can definitely relate.
Yeah, what caught me about your campaign was as the logo. I really like the logo. That's what caught my eye at first. I was like, who the hell is that? Oh, that's kind of cool.
Well, thanks, man. I know you do a lot of design stuff, so I appreciate that.
What goes to show you that it catches people's eye,
Yeah, I got a lot of good feedback. The logo, the music I used for the trailer as well. I took my time. I think, especially with the first one, I wasn't in a hurry. Like my kind of like train of thought was, I'm going at the speed of quality, because it felt slow going through it. It felt like, okay, I wish I was going faster. I wish things were out already. And I still feel that way like every day. But like things have been falling in and working out at exactly the right time, meeting the right people, getting on the right shows, and getting the feedback. And the fact that drawing it took over a year, like I got to work a lot of the background stories for the characters and all that while I was drawing. So a lot of that stuff kind of shaped up as the art was taking form as well. So sometimes you don't have to rush things. I mean, I think the second one's going to go faster. But I mean, I'm up for the fun of it. Dude, I'm so hyped to get started on the second chapter. It's crazy.
I love hearing that, man. Yeah. Ben's like,
So
yeah.
what is the basic story about? If you if you want to, whatever you want to mention here.
Yeah. So it's kind of a DIY Batman is the short version to describe it. It's a young man who's kind of a computer whiz. So he kind of figures out that we're kind of living in a big scam with the financial system. I mean, it kind of circles around Bitcoin. That's why I got the shirt here today.
Oh, you do got the shirt. Nice. I like
and
it.
Make money great again. And the idea is this is a young man who's kind of ahead of the game on that stuff. He was able to mine Bitcoin in the early days. And the way the Bitcoin works is you can have your wallet in your head, kind of like a password. So he gets in trouble for infiltrating like the bank security systems and all that. So the cops come and arrest him, but they take all his gear, but he's still got the password in his head. It's called a seed phrase, is the proper term, or a brain wallet. And so he's going to jail, and he just, like a mantra, he repeats this seed phrase in his head every day. And when he comes out, he's just freaking loaded. So it's kind of like a Bruce Wayne, and except of having a corporation, he's kind of like buying his stuff off of the dark web, building drones. He was watching drones because that's how you get contraband in prisons now, is through drones. It's so easy. It's like miniature helicopters, right?
Yeah.
So people would drop their stash with drones in the courtyard, and the prisoners would come and pick it up, and that's how the economy worked there. And Ratel, he would see that, and he'd be like, oh man, if I could just build one of those big enough, I could just hop on it and fly out of here, right? It's like when you're locked up, you dream of freedom, kind of a thing. So all his time in jail, he's just dreaming about this, flying away, and just like these visions and fantasies of ultimate freedom and just flying through the sky, zipping through the sky. And he's, reading the few magazines he can have access to on the inside. And when he gets out, that's the first thing he does. He puts this gear together, and then he uses the imagery of Ratel. Ratel is just French for honey badger. And honey badger is the mascot of Bitcoin. So that's where that comes from. So it's just honey badger don't give a fuck. He's doing his own thing. And he lost faith in getting justice through the system, like a lot of vigilantes in the superhero lore. And so he decides to, get justice for himself, not necessarily vengeance, but to make a dent in the world and to bring a little bit of justice where he can. Not necessarily vengeance.
Nice. That's I like that. You have a nice original addition with the whole Bitcoin and stuff involvement in it with the, that kind of superhero story. And it sounds pretty cool. He's got like a legit reason, what do you call it? To be a superhero.
Yeah, it's grounded in reality, right? Because when you do look at the financial system, it is a scam. It, like we're off the gold standards since Nixon, I think 1971. Look up at the website, what the hell happened in 1971, and you'll see that a lot of things changed under the radar, and we're kind of living the consequences of that. And so we're going off paper money, fiat, which is not backed by anything. So by printing it, it's just worth less and less every day. That's what we call inflation, right? It's not that things cost more. It's just the money you have is worth less than the day before because more of it is out there. So you're just shuffling paper. You don't have real worth like gold. Gold takes effort to dig it out of the ground. You have to invest to protect it, and it can be faked. So you have to, verify. So it has real worth. And, Satoshi, the inventor of Bitcoin, kind of took the properties of gold and the technology of cryptography and was able to build something that did the same thing electronically. So that's kind of the idea.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's right. Like a
ton of
stuff has been going crazy here, like under the radar with the money and stuff that we don't even know about.
Oh yeah.
So is this like going to be a series? It's a series, right? You're going to do.
Yeah, well, I wanted to stay modest because I like my biggest flaw is always like my favorite book when I was young was Akira, right? So like just the most epic, everlasting, ongoing, that's what I have in my heart. But I'm like, okay, I gotta keep it realistic. So I'm shooting for a 4-issue miniseries to start, so that if my life changes, if my interests change, I can commit to 4 issues, and that's going to be manageable. But in my heart, I wanted to keep it going. But I want to be realistic as well, because you never know where life is going to go, and you don't overestimate yourself when you're launching into these things, and just take it one bite at a time. I mean, just doing the first one was. I thought I was going to get done in 3 to 4 months. What a retard! It's 2 years. It's 2 years in, and I'm.
You did the color too, right?
No, I hired I started by doing the color, and then I realized I was extremely slow and not very good. I've gotten better, but I'm still not as fast as some other people. So I've been looking at people's profiles on Twitter all the time. When I see an artist, when I see a colorist, when I see talent, I jot that down in a file, right? What does he say? I'm going to need a circus size
Ratel shirt. Advertise the book. The more X's in front of the L, the better.
I'll do it for the second campaign, Chris. I wanted to keep the first campaign manageable, so all stuff I could ship. So again,
bring shirts in October. You can sell those shirts.
I got to cross the border. I got to figure out if I'm going to get taxed or tariffed to hell. Yeah. So.
Yes, I forgot about that. You can't. Well, if you have it in your car in boxes, I don't think what they're going to ask. Are you selling these? Be like, no, they're mine. I'm giving it to my family.
I just wear the same shirt every day for 90 days.
Yeah. The rich needs to be a real rich.
I'm just a neat freak, and I don't like washing it. I just throw it out and wear a new one.
Yeah, that's really neat.
Tax you. Yeah, I don't think they're going to tax you. If they're in boxes and be like, I'm just giving them out.
Yeah, for sure. And I'd love to get, there's these hoodies that have kind of instead of just being sewed in the middle, they have like
the zipper
kind of a stripe. No, they're like sewed in 3 pieces, in other words. And I could have like a white stripe to mimic the hat of the character. I'd love to.
From the costume.
Yeah,
wow, that'd be pretty cool. And mimic a honey badger.
Yeah, exactly. That if I can make that happen, dude, I would jump on it. Even if they're luxury, I'd get at least a dozen or something for sure. Yeah, man, I'm going to be there in October. It's going to be a blast. I'll be in the midst of working on the second one. The script's already written for the second one.
So you'll be you're working on you'll be almost done basically.
No, because I'm not super fast. I'll just be honest, and I'm also like working in commissions, so I'll expect it's not gonna happen under a year. It's gonna be like, so the first one's coming out this year, the second one might come out, if it's not next year, it'll be the other year after. So I'm not sure when. It's way too early because I haven't even started drawing on it. I'm in the scripting stage. I got the whole thing plotted out. I want to rework the script a couple of times. It's good to massage those things and to
step away, come back, step away again.
Yeah. And I feel I got the plot, but not the heart of the second issue yet. So I want to make sure I go back with and just really bring the heart of it, because the two psychic spy and Ratel meet and they get to talking for the first time. And I think it feels like the second book is really the first book, because the first book you're so limited to doing setup.
It's an opening. Kind of, right?
The
first one like shows you characters, what they're about, and then the second one's action. Probably. I get it. Yeah. Those are good because it's a setup. You're anticipating the next book. You're like, okay, the next book's gonna be fucking wild.
It is. Yeah. And I'm going for 32 pages on the second book, more or less. I mean, it might change. The first one is 24. Again, I limited myself to 24 because I wanted to keep it manageable. It's
right. Well, that's good though. It's quick. People read those books are quick, and they're addictive. And they're like, oh, this is great art. I want the next one. Yeah.
And we were talking about the colorist earlier, and I rambled off because I note talent down all the time. And then I came across this colorist called Ross Campbell, Ross the Red on Twitter. And
Ross. He's colored my stuff before.
Awesome, man. Dude, that's amazing. And I look at his profile and it says he's a node runner. I'm like, holy shit.
Wait, what?
A node runner.
Is that Bitcoin transfer guy? Is that what it is? Like
It's the Bitcoin program, you run it on a computer, and that's called a node. So you're actually part of the Bitcoin system. Bitcoin is like the largest computer network that exists, and it's all just people in their homes who are running the program on their computer, and it's just validating all the transactions. That's what makes it secure and decentralized, is because everybody's doing the work. And I was like, oh, this guy's a Bitcoiner. Let me get in contact.
That's kind of cool because you guys are in. Yeah, it's what a coincidence, dude.
Well, it's cool. On par, and he understands I don't have to explain a lot of this stuff because Bitcoin is filled with memes. It's its whole subculture. It's its own thing. And he actually added some elements. Like he contributed to characters as a colorist. I did not know you could do that.
Really?
Yeah, so I have two baddies. The two main baddies in the first book are the Tiger Twins.
Right.
And they're just like these Japanese kind of like tracker hunters. They come from a history of like they would track these mythical creatures that still exist throughout the world, and they deliver them to like high-paying clients, right? Like Griffiths that still there's one left in the world. They would track it down and it would be in the property of the richest man in the world and stuff like that. And the villain of the series is called Bankman, obviously, big rich guy in Montreal. And he purchased like a slave girl who's actually a remnant of an old Soviet spy program. She's a psychic spy. And she escapes him because, she has psychic powers. It's easy to get past the guards. She manipulates men and all that. Actually, she doesn't even need her psychic powers. She has other endowments. But he needs to get the Tiger Twins to come and track her down because of their specialty. And so Ross comes to me one day. He's like doing the colors on them. And he's like, hey, I tried something different with these guys. If you don't like it, I'll switch it up. I'm like, oh, no, what's going on? Let me have a look at this. And he made their skin gold. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of nice, man. It's like golden skin. It's got a shine to it. It's a remnant of some of the old Image books where there's characters with gold skin and all that. And it fits. Wetworks, thank you. And it fits the whole banking system aspects, like the whole monetary symbolism. And he gave him like colored hair, like I think pink and red or pink and blue or something. I was like, I like the gold skin, drop the colored hair. We're going to keep the black hair. But dude, I ran with it. I incorporated that into the lore, and I'm like, awesome. This is an improvement. And I never heard of that. Like artists will contribute, writers obviously are writing most of the story. And but I'm like, oh, this is like this colorist understood the project. He understood, the symbolism, the whole concept. And he was like, he felt enough freedom to come in and try some stuff, experiment some stuff. And now it's in the lore. It's part of it. And I love it.
That's awesome.
Dude. Yeah, it makes a difference when you have a team. You're not just doing stuff by yourself, and you have team that feel that they're invested also, that they like the project and they can make comments. And it's not everybody knows to do that. And I love it when they do, because it's great that's why I liked working before with, you got the writer and then the penciler and the inker, because it was great to see what that inker would, how they would, interpret your style with their style, and then what the colors would do. And it's just fun to have a collaboration, and also takes a little bit of the pressure off, if you're just trying to think of everything yourself. It's nice to get, another person's opinion and point of view. And then you can still, if it's your book, you can still, have the veto power, but it's just, I don't know, it's really nice to have that, the feedback.
It's always good to find, people that are like, I've always I mentioned this before. You got to find artists or colorists, whatever, that are into your book, love your book just as much as you do, not just a work for hire guy. Because it just doesn't feel right. It feels unorganic to me. I don't know. You have to have a team that believes in the book.
Yeah.
They of course they got to work and get paid, but they got to believe in the book and like it just almost as much as the person the creator.
And it was a perfect match, man. He understood it, and I even paid him in Bitcoin. So it's like it's the whole concept. Well, I said, do you accept Bitcoin? He says, well, I prefer Bitcoin because Bitcoiners understand the value of it. Of course.
Mhm.
We sound like freaks and religious zealots to normies, but it really is superior. That's why we believe in it.
That's
And
good,
it's
man.
plus it's awesome getting paid through cryptocurrency because it's so fast. You can instantly send it, and then you can
Yep.
instantly convert it to sell it if you need to and transfer it to your bank. It
Yep.
just bypasses. It's such an easy thing to work with.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
You don't have to wait. Like PayPal takes a huge fee, and you have to
Oh.
wait a couple of days sometimes, and for your bank to transfer to your bank, and they can withhold it. Like, where's this money come from? You have to explain yourself.
I heard Venmo's going to start charging too now for
Yeah, yeah.
big amounts. So it's like, oh man,
So
everything.
crypto's instantaneous. As soon as he would drop me pages, why?
Ratel
Yeah.
I'm going to use drones. Have a weight limit. They can't lift Leviathans.
Well, that's the so I didn't think of this consciously, but like I was flying I built my own custom drone. So this is
Oh really?
actually a self-insert that I wasn't aware I was doing. Yeah, this was years before, like maybe 5 years before or something like that. And I just like started seeing drones everywhere. Like they started to get affordable. So I bought a couple of cheap plastics, drones and started flying them. And then I got addicted and I was like, I wanted to build my own. And I did it. But these are small, tiny little drones, right?
Mhm.
And I bought like a little, what do you call it? I forget, fiberglass frame, these little like $10 motors and a little security camera, like these radio cameras, because that's the fastest signal you get. It's black and white. It looks like you're looking through a security cam, but
Right.
it's instant. And I would fly these around my apartment, like because you could control them with you have a remote control. And I'd wear these goggles, and I would see through the camera, and I would fly through my apartment. It was like Star Wars. It's like a ship. Like I used to have like some of these squares in my bookshelf opened up, and I'd fly it. It was like entering the freaking moon of Endor, the Death Star. I was like, okay, I can't get too close to the top because you'll get a pull from the drag of
Right.
and it was like low enough, but don't hit the bottom. And I went through and I made a whole like obstacle course in my apartment, and it was the craziest thing. And then I'd come back to the living room and I'd see myself like sitting on the couch, like controlling it. Like it was an out of body experience. And I'd do that like every time a day. I'd do a couple of times a day, every day for a while. And then one day I come back with the drone and I'm like turned for the living room and I don't see my body. And I start to panic. I'm like, holy shit, where am I? Where did my body go? And like, I had just like changed my habit and was sitting in the other chair across but I was like, it's like I'm coming back to my, like in spirit to my body and I can't find it. It was like, I had a panic attack, like, holy shit, where am I? How am I going to find my way back to my body? It's just like a fraction of a second reflection, but it was so funny. It was so,
yeah, that would be freaky, man. Especially, good thing you weren't smoking any more weed. That'd have been really crazy.
Well, that's why I don't smoke anymore. I've been like 1 year clean now, and
you'll smoke in October.
Maybe
we're all getting silly.
Maybe maybe it's gonna be good to see you guys, man. Are you planning to come too, Ben? Is that something you'd like to do?
I hope so.
It would be nice, but at the moment, I'm not planning on being there. But there's still some time. It's a difficult time for me around the time anyway. I gotta like register my car, like because in Bulgaria you have to register. It's a whole big process to register your car, and that's around the same time I have to register my car. So if I could do that, if I could do that soon, it's different too. Like here in America, they send you your bill or whatever, you pay it. They send you your tags. Boom, it's done. And here in Bulgaria, you have to go get it, go take it to. You have to pay the taxes on it first. Then when you pay the taxes, you have to go get a technical check. And then when I get a technical check, I usually like do a tune up and stuff on the car. And then after the technical check, then you got to buy your insurance. So you got to go buy your insurance and you pass the technical check. If you don't pass the technical check, you got to repair whatever's got to be fixed. But anyway, then you got to buy insurance and then you got to get your Vinetka, and that they have a digital road fee system, so you know, because you got to pay to drive on the roads. So
That's
you got to do
crazy.
all those like 4 things every single year when you got to do your car. And it takes like about, a week or 2 to get it all done.
How much is it to
So-
pay to drive on the roads? How much they charge you? Or
Well,
is it mile or?
it's different. It depends how long you want. You get it for a day, you get it for a week, a month, and for a year. And it costs. I buy mine for a yearly, the yearly payment thing option, and it costs I think about like $80 for a year.
Oh, that's it. I'm thinking like $8,000 or like $1,000.
That's cheap, dude.
Yeah,
like I just
like
went through this.
$80. That's it.
I went through the
that's it.
same process recently. I bought like my dad's car off of them. He's getting older, and they already have 2 cars. So, like, I bought one of them, and he was still paying some of the bills. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'll take care of this and all that." So, we had mistaken the registration. I thought he was paying it, and it turns out it wasn't. So it lapsed. So I had to go get it verified again. And again, like go to the repair shop, get everything up to date, and then go get the test. You got to pay for the test, like $250 for the freaking test. And then they're like, no, you got to change these 2 things. One of the lamps is out, and your spare tire is not like fully like the air pressure is not right in your spare tire. I'm like, really? Seriously? And then you go get repaired again a second time, go do another test, and then I got to pay for the registration, which is like $300. And you pay your registration depending on your last name. So because I renewed it like last month, I have to renew again next month. I'm not waiting a year because the next month is the letter of my name. So I have to pay 2 years, 1 month next to the other because of this is how fucking ridiculous Canadian system is.
We already know what happened last week with Canada. It was this week that happened, right? With the new LGBT.
Yeah, the MMI. Yeah.
That press conference is a circus, man. I don't know what's going on over there.
It's propaganda. All the news is paid by the liberal government. So there's no alternative news. So it's like a cult mentality shifts in, because when you never have a opposite view of things, you think that this particular view or these people's opinions, it becomes the only reality that you know. So people make up words and they have no contact with the outside world, or they fear it. So it becomes a cult mentality. I mean, the military has been running psychological operations since 2020, and this is not conspiracy. They announced it on their website. It's like this is a known thing.
Are people like saying screw that? Are they revolting because of that stuff?
A handful of people, but it's really a minority. I mean, that's why I'm always on the internet with my American friends, because you guys, there's more of you that are grounded and kind of like can see through that, because there's as many crazy people in the States as there are Canada, but it's just there's
the
more.
Middle of Canada is more conservative, right?
Yeah. Alberta is conservative. Quebec is very liberal, like extremely liberal.
Is Montreal super liberal?
Yeah,
I only been there once.
Yeah.
That was like before I got in trouble, before I couldn't get in there. Yeah, so I only been there once. It was fun. It was a party city.
It is a lot of shows, dude. I've seen so many. Like I saw Bjork there on the Small Island show. She had such a great freaking show. And no, it's a beautiful city. I lived there for 8 years. You can live like half of the year underground as well. Like there's a whole underground city in Montreal.
Yeah,
like
it's like, isn't it expensive though, or something like that, to live over there in that area?
I mean, it's not.
It was expensive to visit. I was like, damn.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I guess everything's expensive, but Quebec is the least expensive place, because I mean we charge less for a lot of stuff too. Like that's why a lot of developers, like Ubisoft, is in my city, because French Canadian developers charge less than we're the Mexicans of North America.
Wait, is Quebec's the West Coast, right?
East Coast.
Oh, it's East Coast. That's right.
Quebec literally means so Quebec is an American Indian word that means where the river like shrinks, it's so you got the St. Lawrence that comes in from the ocean. It's like a big mouth into North America that goes into the Great Lakes through Montreal. So Montreal is like a little island there, and Quebec
is the conservative part. Is Quebec? That's the
Yeah,
more
because
conservative.
Quebec is a little bit more.
Not
call it-
Toronto. Toronto's like liberal too, right?
I haven't been too much in Toronto. Toronto, well, the whole west part there's an explosion of immigration since the last year or two, and the west side are getting a lot of the Indian folks. Here we're getting a lot of people from Africa, and so it's
shit.
just like, yeah, we got like 10 times the amount of immigration that has been coming in the past. So it's just an explosion. Well, that's how you keep the what's it called, the GPI, or the revenue, because Canada's producing nothing anymore, and we've been cut off from the United States, so they have to fake the numbers that they're
You
not
got Crown
crashing.
Royal. You got Crown Royal. What
Yeah,
else?
and I got Ratel Comic. That's the
Ratel-
number one
Ratel
export
Comic.
of Canada.
You got maple
2024.
syrup. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
Yeah.
you should
Yeah,
bring
you
some
gotta
maple
get
syrup.
Ratel out of there, man. You gotta
Yeah.
get it down where people can more
For
people
sure.
can check it out down here.
For sure.
Get it out of Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Canada's going down, but like I'm hoping we hit bottom fast so that we can like start rising up again, and we're hitting there. Like people are starting to.
It's
People
weird.
are getting have a
Canada had
nervous
the
look
best
to them.
comedians. The best sketch comedy came from Canada. You know, a lot of the greatest comedians.
Plus, they got a
from
bunch of
Canada.
great actors and actresses,
Yeah,
bands,
it was great.
comic book artists.
Yeah,
I mean,
Like
we're
one of my favorite
basically
comic book artists, like Stuart Immonen. He's from.
we
I
have
think
the
he's from-
same
yeah,
culture
yeah.
as the Americans. We just don't have
Yeah.
the same like rights, like amendments and all that. So we're basically like 51st state already in terms of
Yeah.
mentality already. That so like Trump is right. Like we're super compatible. So I would love to see the two merge. I think like Canada needs it. First of all, we need like good, solid, rights.
But
First
we're gonna get
Amendment,
all
Second
the
Amendment.
liberals though. If that happens,
Well, we could deport them. We can just make.
Yeah. But that'd be awesome, man. One big super country, man. We'd be. I mean, America's already big as it is, but with
Well, it would be the biggest empire of history if you add Greenland to that.
yeah.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
going to
Well,
be.
actually, Canada with America would probably be the biggest. It would be
Yeah.
close to over there.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It
Russia's pretty big, man.
It is
Russia's
pretty big.
huge, but Russia doesn't have a ton of people. Like most of their people are concentrated, like
Yeah,
in the big
so-
cities in the
yeah.
in the West. Like the rest of the country is like pretty sparse.
And it's contaminated with radiation from,
Yeah,
so-
Russia's got beautiful
Chernobyl.
women, though. He's got beautiful.
Yeah, and it's got great food. Does have pretty awesome culture too. Like
Mm.
been especially it's all over, and of course got
It's
history.
like this in Russia. The clubs and nightclubs. Like, how are you? What's your name?
Yeah.
Who are you?
I mean, you want to hear a good one? People are leaving Canada to escape communism to go to Russia.
That's hilarious.
It's like, pinch yourself. Like, what reality is this?
Yeah, that is crazy. That's super crazy, man.
It's like
Especially
opposite
I mean,
day.
and people also, a lot of people are coming, Canadians are coming to Europe to do the same thing. Like there's a few, I saw a couple YouTube channels with Canadians that were moving to Bulgaria. And Bulgaria was an old Soviet state,
Yeah.
It's a trip being there, growing up with that was in the Soviet bloc, and then now you're there and it's, free and everything being in that part of the world. It's insane.
Yeah.
Same thing being in Czechia.
Or Germany too. Before after the wall, I mean, look, it was bad over there before, during the wall. Now it's like it's another liberal country, man. That's horrible over there too.
It's a beautiful place to visit.
It
though.
is.
I
It is
visited
really cool.
Germany in 2019. It's beautiful.
Beautiful
Yeah.
women too. I was telling Ben,
Yeah.
Germany is
The
like
best.
one of the top. Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
best.
It's
What do you mean
insane.
one of the top? It is the top. This is
You think
Oh,
it's
I
the
don't know,
best in
man.
Europe?
the Uber women.
The Yugoslavian,
say-
the former Yugoslavian women
okay.
over here, the Balkan girls are amazing.
Okay, I have to give it to Ben. I would say
All right.
probably the Ukrainians, Russians, chicks, Spain, and then German. Probably on the same level.
Yeah,
It's-
we're gonna have
I
to
know,
settle
man.
this with a fist fight
Gotta-
when we're drunk.
You got to include Macedonians, Serbians.
Well, yeah,
Croatians.
that's more Eastern Bloc type stuff. Yeah, over
Yeah.
there. Yeah, that's hotness. But like Spain, you go to Madrid, it's like, damn.
Okay, we're not going to agree on this, so we're going to have to do a contest. We're going to have to do bring the best beautiful women in one spot,
And
then
West
judge them.
Coast, West Coast, California, bro. Orange County. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to
You know,
California.
Ben, you know how it is over here. It's like, whoa, how you doing?
I'm
Yeah,
biased.
It's
I'm
true.
Europe biased over here. See, so
Yeah, Ben's Europe biased. It's all good.
okay,
It's all
so that means this week everyone's got to go out and collect a bunch of women this week to have on the show next
good.
Sunday.
Sorry, hun. I
To
gotta
yeah,
collect.
I'm
to,
down.
to like
I'm down for
interview
it.
them. We have to interview them and you solve this problem, this debate.
I'm going to set up my interview couch this week.
Hey, you want me to throw on your Ratel on my comic page?
Please do. Yeah.
Okay, let's this one. I think this one right here. I'm going to share my. Okay, wait. Yeah, I think this one. Share screen. You can tell I'm still new at all this stuff. Here we go.
Yeah, I gotta get you an overlay for this.
I think this one's it. Oh, okay. Add it to this. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Boom. Yeah. And this is the second chance campaign before people think I just got 3 backers. We actually raised $4,200. And the interesting thing, which nobody else has done yet, is I raised the money half in Fund My Comic and half on Geyser, which is a Bitcoin crowdfunder. So this is the first.
Wow, you did.
This is the
That's
first comic
awesome.
book funded through Bitcoin and crowdfunding.
That
So,
is awesome. I didn't even know about that stuff. I gotta check that out.
yeah.
I think Bitcoins and stuff, cryptocurrency is awesome. So I haven't heard of that before.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it
that's
was a
nice.
new thing. It was an experiment. I didn't even know if it was going to work, to be honest. I've got a lot of
cool,
friends who are Bitcoiners and they wanted to support the project. And that was the first question. Well, you have to, you have to support it with Bitcoin. I was like, well, yeah, obviously it makes a lot of sense. So I set up the 2 campaigns parallel and, sometimes one would pass the other but they ended up almost equal. Like it's almost 50-50.
And you funded that day before you got on Ethan's show, which was hilarious.
Yes.
That was the best fuck you to everybody.
Yeah,
Excuse
yeah.
my French, but yeah.
It's not French, but okay. I love
You know what I mean.
I love you, Rosario. You're all good. You're all good. You got a French pass.
I don't even know what the French word is, and for that I'm learning French, but I think I only know like 10 words.
In Italian, it's bafangul.
Oh wow. You keep that up, I'm gonna have to call you by your Italian last name. Parone.
The beer,
Yeah.
the horrible beer that sucks over here, but better in Italy. Yeah, it's weird.
And
How do you pronounce Frederick? How do you pronounce your last name in French? Is it Giumont?
Guimont, yeah.
Guimont.
Guimont.
Okay,
Yeah.
Guimont.
Yeah.
I'm used to over here in the Balkans, you pronounce every letter, and every letter has always the exact same pronunciation. Like doesn't matter what other letters next to it. So, like, Rosario will always be Rosario. Like no matter what, if you put another like an e at the end or something like that. No, if you put an e at the end, it'll be Rosario e. They pronounce every word, and the letters always have the same sound.
Well, the French scribes were way smarter because they understood that they were paid by the letter, so they added extra letters that made no sound, just because they wanted to get paid more, right? That's
Yeah, I love French, man. I want to learn it, but it's been difficult learning how to pronounce the words, because of that reason.
Yeah.
And here in the Balkans, like Macedonian stuff, I could pronounce the words. I have no idea what they mean, but at least I could pronounce them correctly.
Yeah. German is a challenge too. I tried learning German, and I was born there, so like I spent the first 4 years of my life in Germany, but I've never been able to learn to speak except for a handful of words like Scheiße, like
Auschwitz,
Dankeschön,
Dankeschön,
Yeah, Dankeschön, Danke.
yeah, Mein Kampf,
Wie geht's? Wie geht's?
Wie geht's?
Yeah, what's up?
And of course, du bist sehr schön, meine Frau.
Oh God!
You are what? Du bist you what?
Sehr schön. You are very beautiful, meine Frau.
Oh, that's a great one to know. That was very smart.
The Italian language is the most romantic out of all European now. I'm sorry,
Except
not the
for French.
No. It's a little
French and Italian. French and Italian and Spanish. I would have to say
French is the language of love. I'm sorry, Rosario.
No, it's not. It's Italian. Italian is the language of love. Come on,
No,
Monica
I would-
Bellucci. Monica
I
Bellucci.
gotta agree with Frederick. I love Italian.
You're a traitor. You guys are traitors.
I think it's just below French, and then I think
Never put Italy below French. Ever.
right
Ever.
below French. Yeah.
I mean, it's always below French. Just look at the map. It's below.
Yeah.
It's
We
clearly-
conquered the world for a little while. All right.
Well, yeah, so did France. They conquered the world for a little while.
We had Jesus killed, for money. You know what I'm saying? So you can't mess with the
It's-
Italians.
So it's not a good thing.
It's
it's
not,
like
but
not-
but we didn't do it.
No.
Well, you're right about
That's-
that. You're right about that.
We didn't do it.
Well, that was Rome. Italy was different. It was later. So.
We killed the president. It's like, come on, you don't mess with us.
You do have the island of Malta. That's kind of cool.
That's true. That's true. Can't mess with the Italians.
But France has the Côte d'Azur, man. That beach. It's the most beautiful women in the world on that.
I didn't like Paris. I liked southern France though. Paris.
No one likes Paris. That's
Oh.
that's the secret. No one, like, even the French don't like Paris because they're. You know how everyone thinks the French are snooty? Well, all the French thinks the Parisians are snooty because that's the worst of the worst. But no, French people are wonderful. They're loving and welcoming as well.
Oh, totally,
except for
yeah.
Paris.
Oh, it's just horrible people. Rude. There's pickpocketers everywhere. It's
Yeah.
so bad.
When
Well,
I
that's
was
not
there, it
talking
was-
about the dog shit. The dog shit on the freaking sidewalk.
To me, Paris and Rome are kind of similar,
yeah,
like with the city wise,
yeah. Well,
crime and everything.
Vatican is a city state as well, like London and I think Washington D.C. used to be like that.
It's beautiful though.
Yeah.
Everything's
They're I like Paris, and I have a really good friend who's in Paris, but not as much. I think I like Lyon better. I did love.
Mhm.
I spent more time in the south. I was only in Paris for like a total of a week. But I lived down south for a few months.
Oh,
man.
nice.
Just amazing, man. Like Lyon and Rouen and Avignon and Nîmes. I mean, Toulouse.
So the great
those-
wines over there. My God.
Yeah, great wine. Great. I
Jeez.
mean, well, both amazing wine in Italy and France. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I was drinking. I mean, when I was in Italy, man, I was like, I would put away like a bottle every night, man, or a bottle every 2 nights because the wine was so amazing, man.
Yeah.
And have it
cheap.
with my
It's so
pills.
good. Yeah. Oh. My
Same
dad
thing
used to
in
make
France,
homemade
though.
wine. Oh yeah.
Although when I
So-
was in France, I mostly drank cognac.
Oh.
Yeah, I love
Nice.
cognac and Armagnac. I went down to the local
yeah.
market. I'm like, I saw them like, I gotta get this. So every night I was like, cognac, Armagnac. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
they make their steak poivres with Armagnac over there because we had it. I was like, damn, this sauce is amazing. It was like this like aged 40-year Armagnac. I was like, because they do a lot of
Yeah.
stuff with the brandies over there. Oh, so good.
The
Yeah.
cheeses as well. Like you get the cheese and meat
God.
plates and sausages.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my
Every
God.
market you go to in Italy or France, oh my god, so much cheese. So many, I didn't even know what to pick because I
Oh,
didn't
it's
know
so
any. I
good.
didn't know about cheese. You just like, but it was everything you got was delicious, and then the next like thing over was all this meat, amazing meat, and that's why I fell in love with saucisson when I was in
Oh yeah.
in
Mm.
France. I
And you
loved
get the
that.
waitress who's just as hot as the meat. You're like,
Yeah.
hey, how you doing? You want to join me? That's what you got to do, man.
You want
Have
a
a
piece of
glass
my
of wine.
saucisson? Mhm.
Oh yeah.
You want a little Bitcoin, huh? That's what you got to do.
But that's amazing people over there. When I rented a place, I was in Rouen. It's this small city, like northwest of Lyon, and my Airbnb host, she didn't speak any English, but we still
Even better.
communicated through a lot of like, hand waving and a little bit of Google Translate and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember I was trying to tell her I was going to New Orleans. I want to go to Orleans, to visit her. She's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I want to visit Orleans." And she's like,
Orléans.
"Oh, it's Orleans." I'm like, "What?"
Orléans.
But they were amazing, man. I got to meet their family because their family we get here every weekend, and so they invited me to have a meal with them. And man, after that we were like together all the time. They had these big old French meals,
Yes.
2 hours long. the whole family was amazing, and they had her brother.
Yeah,
her
they eat
wife
very
and
late
family.
in the day, but the meals last forever. It's a
Yeah.
Oh
whole,
yeah,
it's a whole event.
I miss that stuff, man. Like Sunday dinners at my mom's, my grandma, just a whole day just eating,
Yeah,
drinking wine, eating. It's like, oh man, yeah.
you
Can't
get
do
it's
that.
a whole
nostalgia.
different culture over there, man. I love it because it's slowed down. You relax and you eat. You relax and you talk. You go like on 1 or 2 hour coffee, times with your friend, or family or whatever, just chilling and everything. I mean, America's great for sure, but it's always fast, fast,
Yeah, it's a
fast.
faster
Yeah,
pace.
yeah.
That's good though, man.
No,
Oh,
I love
yeah.
the United States is some of the most beautiful spots as well. It's been visited. I've visited the states like from
Oh, you're gonna
Florida,
love Jersey.
California.
You're gonna love Atlantic City.
I haven't been there yet. I'm looking forward to it, man. I visited New York a bunch of times. Like I can't even count how many times.
Don't
I
worry.
went
Once
down.
once you're on the boardwalk, you'll walk, on top of dead bodies that were killed from the mob. It's fine.
Love it,
It's fine.
love
it's
it.
fine.
Well,
It's
we're used to walking over dead bodies from when we conquered this nation, so it's all good.
Oh yeah,
Now, actually, the French love the American Indians, whereas the English kind of like tried to kill them and all that. The French learned the language and mated with the Indians. Like on my grandmother's side, we have a whole history of American Indians, and they whitewash the ancestry after the fact because they don't want to give us special rights and have access to all that stuff. But it's part of our history. The French were like adopted the American Indians and like they intermarried and all that.
Well, I didn't know that. I mean, I knew there's probably some of that going on, but I didn't know that it was like the French were particularly part of that.
Yeah, he was. I forget all the details, but like when the first Christophe Colomb came over here, he just started learning the language. Well, the first thing he saw was like naked American Indians dancing on the plains of Abraham. So he's like, "Oh yeah, I got to learn their language." And so the French were able to communicate much better with the Indians than the English were. They saw naked women and they're like, how dare they put some clothing on them?
rude.
Yeah, I can imagine that the whole French and Indian War and everything and all that kind of stuff. The French were allied with the Native Americans and stuff.
Yeah,
against the British.
Yeah, we were even allied with the Americans for a little bit. We like ended up selling half of the United States belonged to France. People forget this, but Napoleon sold half of the United States to the U.S. To fund his war.
The Louisiana Purchase.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we got Mobius years later.
Part of the exchange,
One of the greatest artists.
What do you mean one of? He is the greatest artist.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's one of the greatest. Yeah,
he's
so amazing.
Did you read the Meta Barons after the Incal?
I read After the Incal, and there's a prequel too.
Yeah. I haven't
really
read the prequel.
Prequel's not drawn by him, though.
No, neither is Meta Barons.
It's not drawn by him.
There is also Tête de Chien, which is the Doghead character. I have an album.
I haven't read that one.
That's recent. I picked that up a couple years ago.
I need to read that. Anything that involves the Incal, that storyline, it should be made into a movie. I wish they made that animated movie.
It's all story ideas that he wanted to put into Dune, right?
It's Dune in Star Wars. I mean, he kind of created Star Wars in a way too. A lot of stuff.
Alien,
an Alien. With Dan O'Bannon wrote Alien, and he was good friends with Dan O'Bannon, and same thing with Escape from New York. All those elements with John Carpenter, they were all connected.
Yep.
And they didn't give him any props. They kind of like shunned him when he came to Hollywood because he came with Gerard, the guy who wrote the book. They came together, and then they pitched Dune. Remember the Jodorowsky's Dune? And they scrapped it. It would have looked cool. I think it would have been too much for our brains to handle.
They had Salvador Dali as the emperor.
That would have been wild, man. But I think it would have been too artsy for the science fiction community at that time.
He was crazy. Like Jodorowsky is like
they're all nuts,
insane.
Yeah.
No, but like he cast his son in the part of Duke Atreides, Paul Atreides, I'm sorry. And he was getting his son the same training that the character had, not
It was
acting
weird.
training.
Yeah, it was weird.
Like, it was like, okay, you're going to be the savior of the world out in the movie,
It's crazy.
right? In the movie, right? No, you're going to be like, you need to. It's like, holy shit. Because Jodorowsky is, I mean, he's one of those avant-garde artists who's a little bit insane. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen his movies, but it's
never seen the
not a
movie.
Hollywood movie.
Yeah,
It's not a date movie. I mean, it's completely, it's high art, avant-garde stuff that, you know, you could borderline call
but
it.
his writing
crazy.
in Inkle is very grounded. It's a very basic storytelling.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
dude, this is it's just so the ending of that book is like, holy shit.
Hold on,
You
I
gotta
gotta
read
blow
it.
my nose real quick. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, I haven't read any of that stuff, man. Like had a
Oh
bunch
my
of
God,
Mobius
dude.
books. Like I had like Blueberry, and I had like the
Yes.
Incal, and I had like a bunch of his books, but I mostly got them just because I love the artwork so much.
The Inkel is probably it's the best one he ever did. It's something about that. I don't know, man. And have you read the whole thing?
I haven't read any of it. Like none.
Oh,
of
you
it.
ever? Oh, you got to read it. It's
Like,
an easy
I
read.
just got the books just to have the artwork because I love the artwork.
Only thing is, it's not I'm sorry, it's an easy read, but not because you get stuck at the page looking at the art. You won't. You forget to flip. You'd be like, okay, you'd be on page 10. Oh, this is kind of dope. It's easy. And all of a sudden, you're like, wait, go back. And you got to keep looking at the art because there's so many little things that he adds in it. He's kind of like a George Perez of Europe, you know, like he adds all these like characters everywhere. It's so wild, man.
Yeah, that's why I didn't ever get to the story. Like literally would just.
It took me like months to read it because I kept going back, like, dude, what? You know, it's wild.
I just didn't even start. I just love the artwork so much. That's all I concentrate on.
Yeah.
I would always pick it up, I pull it down, just check it out for the artwork, get inspired, put it back up.
I have a show on Tuesdays where one of my co-hosts does like comic book reviews, and he's been reviewing like new books coming out and stuff like that. And he's kind of a newcomer to the comic space. Like, he's not a creator yet in that arena. He's a writer. And so he's been reviewing stuff, and he's been very disappointed with the writing. He's like, this story was good, it didn't end good, or this one sucked, it was woke. Mm-hmm. And then he comes to me at one point and he's like, okay, I'm tired of being disappointed by all my reads. What is a 10 out of 10 book? Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, damn, I hadn't never thought of that question that way. And the first thing that came to mind was the Incal. I'm like, well, no one argues about Moebius. Like, everyone agrees that he's like one of the best at the very least, you know? And so I was like, well, go check the Incal. So he got it, and he's going to be reviewing it sometime soon in the coming weeks. I don't know when. He just started reading it. So I'm curious to see, because he's coming more from a point of view of a normie, right? He doesn't have all the language of the comic space, the sequential art stuff. He does. At the same time, it's liberating because it's a fresh view and take on it. So I'm looking forward to see what he has to say on that.
I'll recommend Terminator versus RoboCop too. That's people sleep on that book. A lot of people talk about it, but very sparingly. It's an amazing book. Frank Miller kills it, man. He just took that whole lore and just made it wild.
Yeah, the Lord Otter recommended that. Terminator versus RoboCop.
So good, man.
I gotta pick that up. I saw the art of it, and yeah, it looks.
What's good was the Alien, the side books from Alien. I forget. It was one with there was an experiment book where the doctor's experimenting on aliens, making different aliens. I think Jeff Darrow drew it. I forget the name of the book, dude. It takes it to a different level. There's so many good books from the 90s and 80s that just blow away everything, you know?
Yeah. And Jeff Darrow, that's another one that's completely obsessed with details, and will just go into, like, it's like almost where's Waldo. I said Charlie because in the French version is Où est Charlie, but it's where's Waldo. It's like you could just look at those pages and like, oh my God, he drew this here, and this is all detailed. It's
that hard-boiled when it's like that cyberpunk. That was the first time I read like that type of style. I was like, what? It's so grotesque and violent. So wild, man.
Yeah.
I miss that stuff. I miss it all. Yeah, see, I like this cover. This cover really, with the speed lines and everything. And
yeah, I channeled my inner Rob Liefeld. I was like, okay, I was get shoulder pads and straight at you, and let's not draw too many feet on this one. I still drew one, but yeah, it's speed lines. It's like it's the aggressive one. That's in the video, in the trailer. This is the image where when the music hits hard. It's like he's coming straight at you.
We should play the trailer.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Good
Play
idea.
that trailer.
Yeah, with yeah.
And those, the band, right?
I met the head of the band in El Salvador. I can't hear the music, Ben.
Can't hear it.
You have to share the audio. Ben, can you hear?
I think he's muted.
We'll watch it. So the incredible music that you're not hearing right now is by the group Anonymal. And
you hear me, Ben?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah, the audio is not playing on the trailer, so I think you have to share.
That's weird. I can hear the audio, but I guess you guys can't.
Yeah, you have to. I think you have to share from the same browser.
Yeah, that's what scares me about that OBS Studio. Too many configurations.
Yeah, it's like you have way more power over what you stream, but at the same time, you have to do a little bit of learning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, OBS Studio is just not user friendly that much.
There you have it. That's the scene.
I don't know how to make this the sound come for everyone to hear it.
Are you sharing this in the same browser that your StreamYards is in?
No. That's
the issue. You have to copy the link as another tab in the same browser as StreamYards, and then you share tab. That way the sound is going to share.
Oh, I share the. Wait, I'm sorry. How do I do it? What do you say?
So one way. So this, I don't know if this is the issue, but one way that I've solved the problem is if you're sharing the tab from the same browser that your StreamYards is running at. So is this?
No, I am doing that. Like I took the tab from the same browser.
Okay. Sometimes there's a checkbox that you have to share the audio when you're sharing. So there's that.
Maybe. I don't know. I guess I have to do it for next time. Anyways, you have a nice video. Sorry,
thank you. I could share it on my. I could share it on my end. Hold on. Let me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, let me try that. It's good. It's worth it because it's good music from Anonymal. It's a dude from South America. I met him in El Salvador when I went to a conference here. You share my version of it.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah,
El Salvador is a new paradise.
Yeah, dude. Well, it's the first country to accept Bitcoin as its official currency. So if you want to drop your share, Ben, and share mine, there we go. Let me drop this. Here we go.
Our world is crumbling, and most people are blind to it. A young computer whiz named Rami decides to stand against the rising tide of oppression, only to find himself under the boot of those behind it all. Incarceration only proves to refine his resolve. Divine intervention takes away all fear from him, in order to fix a broken system that enslaves us all. There comes a time when good men must ignore bad laws. Raimi dons a mask and becomes Ratel.
Nice. That's a pretty cool video.
Ratel uses intelligence and technology to combat ancient and dark forces for justice and a better tomorrow. Will Ratel take down the technocratic tyrants who've harnessed an ancient evil, or be crushed by the invisible hand?
Did you do that end part? On After Effects, or was that
No, it's
AI?
it's Grok. It's all Grok
that was-
AI. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
I mean, I did it like 20 times, and you pick the one that works closest to what you're looking for, because the AI art part, and especially animation, it's like it'll get you close to where you want, but then it'll add some stuff, it'll take away some stuff. So it's almost like a slot machine. You have to generate as many as you can, and then do a selection of the best that you got to put something together.
Well, it came out good. Dude. And Salty did the trailer.
So Salty was kind of like almost like giving me tips along the way. So starting from the script, I was like, because I had a first trailer version that I did, and I knew I had to beef it up a little bit. It was all right. It was good. It like half of it was introducing me, because people don't know who I am yet.
Right.
So it was a little bit of, who is this guy? Where is he coming from? And then I wanted to have a more like, movie version of the trailer, which is kind of where this is at. And Salty's worked in Hollywood for the longest time, so he offered his help, and kind of kept sending him my script that was evolving. And he was like, okay, take this out, work this, rework this, add this, blah blah blah. And then until I had something good enough as a kind of trailer script, and then I kind of fit all the video that I had from Grok Animation to kind of fit that storyline. And then his co-host Savage offered to do the voice over, and he has a great voice. And I was like, oh, dude, that'd be freaking awesome. So I give him the final script. He gave me like 3 takes of every line. So I took the best take, did a lot of editing. It's, a lot of the work goes into the editing, and that's the kind of where the magic happens. And I love this kind of shit. Like when you're doing a trailer, it's so exhilarating. It's like,
I can't wait to do a trailer, man.
Oh, dude. Just generate as many versions as you can, because you never know when the
I don't think I'm gonna do AI though.
Okay.
I want to get Vaughn to do it. I have an idea. Yeah, I want to get Patrick to do a voiceover. Since you didn't get Patrick to do a voiceover,
I had his voice in the first trailer. So my first trailer opens with Patrick.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I can show it to you if you want. I don't want to like drown you guys under trailers, but
no, dude.
Pull it up.
Pull it up.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Pull up, bro. Pull up.
Let me okay. Share the first one. Here we go. So this is the first campaign, which is closed. Raised half of them, like 2,400, which is half. The other half was in the Bitcoin. And so the trailer opens up with so this was, Patrick didn't even know me. I was like a voice I was somebody in the chat, like you started out, Rosario, like just, somebody who would just come in every week and just, say quippy lines in the chat. And then one day he shouted me out and I clipped it. So this is where the trailer starts.
Thank you all so much for coming on. I really, I especially appreciate Frederick Giumont. I'm just going to call him out tonight because I don't know. I want to make everybody else jealous, and also he's got a great name. Coming on, everybody.
Frederick Giumont. Okay, that is actually a really cool scene. I really like that. That's cool. Damn. That looks really cool, Frederick.
Frederick, what are you working on right now, man?
I actually like this trailer because you're doing the art.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Success, money itself.
right.
So
I like
that
the
one
beginning
was,
of that.
yeah, it kind of introduced me a little bit. And this one was done when the book was halfway through, like halfway done. So it was kind of, I didn't have as much art. I didn't have as many pages. So it was like everything I had, I put into that one. So
Nice. It came out well. I liked how the part in where it showed you drawing the pages.
Yeah,
That was a nice addition.
Yeah, because having a stream, I mean, that's how you sell your book nowadays. Is you have a show, you have a stream, you get people on, and you go on other people's evidence in hand today. But like I realized, like when I started working on the very first page is when I did my stream test on YouTube, and every other page has been kind of drawn partially or totally on stream. So there's a whole kind of like record of the whole production of it. So it's easier then to go back and kind of cut those parts out and do a little montage of that. I have so many hours of me just drawing on stream. So
that's a great idea, because it's great, of course, to promote your book and you have the record of it. And then also you're letting the would-be backers know it's getting done and be part of the process.
Yeah.
And that's what I'd like to do too. Do a lot more streaming and showing when I'm working on things like that, because I love the process too, watching other people do it, but then also it gives everybody an idea, like, okay, this is getting done, this is how it's gonna look.
Time-lapse videos are cool, man. I like those.
Yeah. Well, my camera's not in the same place all the time enough for doing a time lapse, but it hasn't worked out for me. But if you could get it to work for you, those are cool too, man. It's like,
I also got it set up. I got to get a camera. I just use my phone right now, but that'll work too. But I like to get.
Dude, phone cameras are so good now.
Just get a cheap iPhone and set up as a camera. Yeah.
I don't think there is such a thing as a cheap iPhone.
Because I got to set it up that way, because all my pages I want to draw on paper, except the first 7 pages of the book are digital, and then all the pages after that are going to be on paper.
Is there a reason why you're doing like the first 7 digital? Is because of the context of it, or?
No, because I was originally going to do the whole book digitally.
Oh, gotcha.
And so when I first did the pages, and then I realized, no, I want to do it on paper, physically, analog, because then I could I actually realized I enjoy drawing on paper more than digitally.
That's what you told me. Yeah.
And then I could also I don't know, just have a lot more control. And then I could also use them as a reward tier. Like I'd like to like give away like all those pages as part of a reward tier.
Having original art is a real nice add-on as well. I sold a couple of pages of original art in the first campaign. And it's great, man. It's great to see collectors getting a piece of the book as well. It's part of the history too. And digital, I have nothing against digital, honestly. Like I've done a lot of painting, coloring in digital, but I didn't even think about it because I had stepped away from comics for about 30 years. So when I came back to it, I was just like, of course I'm going to take a piece of paper. That's how you draw comics. And then I realized, oh yeah, people are doing it differently now.
Mm-hmm.
And but I love first of all, I'm always on the computer, so anything I can do to get me away from the screen a little bit is welcome. And I'm just looking at my table while I'm talking about it. It's like, yeah, I love you, baby.
Yeah, that's what Ben was like. Yeah, you want to do digital or you want me to draw on paper? It's like paper, so I can sell that shit.
I only did. I don't mind staying digitally all the time because I do all the like our concept designs digitally, and I'm always used to doing that.
Yeah.
But for me, it just came down to I just enjoy it a lot more when I draw on paper, and for some reason, like I have a lot more control, like than drawing digitally. And I mean, yeah, you got undo and stuff like that. Really, you can erase really easy digitally, of course, but like just to control the initial, throwing down lines. It's just.
I want to have some of those pages at the festival. I want to have some of those.
Oh yeah,
that'd be really cool,
dude. We need to have an expo room. I need to talk to Matt about that. It'd be nice to have some original art at the Fan Fest, right? Like
you don't want it to have it in the same area, like in the same.
That too. Sure, yeah, obviously, yeah.
Plus, with that too, I get 2 things because I still do it digitally because I want to have that original piece. I like to sell it again, use it for reward tiers also, or add-ons or stretch goals. But I love just drawing in pencil, and I like inking too, but just pencil more because you can control it, erase it easier, all that kind of stuff. And then with digitally, I just scan in the pencils and then play with the levels, and then they look like inks.
Yeah.
But then I still have the original pencils for sale. And so
I always scan my pencils because I'm just like, what if because when I was younger, sometimes you'd spill ink on it and stuff like that. It doesn't happen. Like I've never needed to go back to my pencils, but I always scan them just in case. And it's always good to have for archived purposes too. Like you never know when you're going to do an art book or when people are going to want to see what
I recommend everybody bring pencil done pages if they have a booth. Why not? Because people want that. People like, especially our stuff with the kaiju and everything, monsters, huge page. Totally. People are going to be like, I want that. People.
Plus, I love all the stuff. I didn't like it in the beginning, but like when Joe Madureira did all of his like Ultimates pages and Avenging Spider-Man pages, all those were just scanned pencils.
But they came out. They were nice.
And the same thing like Lionel Francis Yu, a lot of his Avengers pages they're just pencil. They're just scanned pencils. He just played with levels, and so the pencils were colored.
I mean, inks came out of a necessity back in the day for reproductions because pencils just would not reproduce. Right. So we don't have those same restrictions now. So part of the inking is like we inherited that from the 60s and all that. But it's like there's no reason not to do things differently. I mean, you got people like I'm blanking on his name right now, but the artist who did Kabuki.
I know you. I forgot.
It's all like his name.
Or you could do like Ethan does and just draw really weird pencils and just ink it.
Yeah, well, Ethan, there's no pencil stage with Ethan. He has the blue lines, which are like, okay, just a round line, round circle here and lined here, and he knows where his shapes are going to be. He goes straight to inks, but I can't do that.
Yeah, I watch him like. I try to comment and like make little quips and jokes and the thing, but I just keep an eye like, what? Wait, is that an arm? He just drew a line with a blue, and then he draws the arm that has nothing to do with that line. I'm like,
yeah.
How do you do that, dude?
Yeah.
Like,
what's all?
I would have loved to have been there when like Jack Kirby was drawing pages and stuff because, I mean, how in the heck did he draw so many pages so fast? They were so good, and just because he knew his craft. I mean, I'd love to get to that point.
I do a lot of coke.
Yeah. Well, there was less detail because an Ethan Van Sciver page and a Jack Kirby page is like two levels of details that are kind of extreme opposites of the line, right? Jack Kirby did his Kirby machinery, and it was like shapes and all that, and but like when you look at an Ethan Van Sciver page, it's like every hair is drawn, like
it's like you opened up an apple
follicle on every hair, exactly. So there's a level of detail in today's books. Not every artist, but like I think most artists have added more detail than what we grew up with. I think this kind of exploded in the 90s because a lot of the newer artists exploding on the scene wanted to show off, wanted to make a mark for themselves, and one of the easiest ways to do it was just adding more and more detail to it. Like Todd McFarlane had incredible shapes and positions and angles that were crazy stuff, but he also like did spaghetti webbing on the frames of
his fingers are all every wrinkle in his hand.
Not just that, they also added all the rendering, like the cross hatching and and then different types of cross hatching. So it was level on every detail, and which is amazing. I mean, all the old Jim Lee stuff and the
look at Burns is like when Burns did like mechanical, like when he does his ships, when Burns does ships. It's insane. Like inside consoles, when he did like the console of the ship, you see every little detail. It's like, dude, how do you do that, man? We lost him.
I guess he had to take off, huh? Well, anyways, hope he comes back. Yeah, I guess somehow he must have. Maybe something was wrong. Oh, something was wrong with his. Oh, there he is. Okay, there you go.
Did it overheat?
No, I just closed like. Oh, let me close my tabs. The wrong one. Fuck.
Like what to say? What happened to Frederick? Where'd he go?
The Canadian government got me. I said too much.
They don't want you talking about detailed comic book artwork. It's just too dangerous.
You said too much, my friend. You said too much.
I know. I gave the secrets away. More detail.
Hey, so your book right now, it's going through what, the Second Chance campaign, you said?
Yes, exactly. So just about to hit the printer. Figuratively, I would never hit him literally. No, but yeah, just about like everything's done. The art, the lettering, all that stuff is in the can, and I'm doing the kind of like I have some extra pages in the back of the book. I'm doing design work on that, just finishing it up, trying not to rush it. I want to rush it, but I don't want to rush it. So I'm kind of like every day working on it, just making sure, okay, it's got to look nice. I'm working with some friends who are giving me feedback on this and that, just making sure that everything's going to look tip top. I've got all the covers are going to be added inside the book too. So there's 4 different variations of covers. You can only get 3 now, but like the 4th one is the Akira homage. That's going to be added inside as a pinup. So you're going to have all the like Virgin covers inside the book. I've got an extra illustration I'm adding in there. So because it's not a cheap book, right? It's $21 and it's only 24 pages. So I'm like, I want to make sure I bring the value up to the price, because I didn't want to bring the price down because it's just shipping stuff and printing stuff, and like there's so much of that that rises the cost. So you can't make these books real cheap, especially on so small numbers and crowdfunding over the internet. So instead, I'm like, okay, if I can't make the price lower, let me try to jump the value and give.
So you can have like sketches and like little stuff in the back.
So one of the pages is like the image you see on the trailer first, where Ratel is flying over the city, that's the University of Montreal. And that one was kind of interesting because I had to use a projector to get the city right. Because usually I hand draw everything and I use like a point of perspective. But to get the angle I wanted, the point of perspective was way off the table, like below. So I was like, okay, let me try a different technique. So I got Google Earth, placed the camera where I wanted it, got the right angle, because all this structures in Montreal, like many cities, are all like 3D rendered. And I took a snapshot of what I wanted, and then I hand drew Ratel flying on his quad board. And then I'm like, okay. And then I projected the Google Earth snapshot on the pages, and then I penciled the projection. So I have a page where I show the sketch of Ratel, the projector set up in my room, and then the penciled version on it's smaller. It's like it's just a vignette, but you could see like, okay, here's the background penciled in. So I wanted to add a little bit of that, a little bit of making of, a little bit of winks and nods of stuff. I've got a couple of photos of when I expoed the art in El Salvador at a Bitcoin conference. I sold page 1 and page 4 with the angel when I was expoing it down there to one of the buyers was one of the guys who was of the original Silk Road website where Bitcoin kind of took off, the black market elements. So I got to meet him and got to meet Anonymal. So there's a little bit of that Bitcoin story. I wanted to add a couple of photos and nods to that. I have a picture of the Anonymal guy, and you can't see his face. He's got a mask on, but that's him. So that's kind of fun thing to add too. And just a little bit of extra stuff.
That sounds awesome.
Character
This is going to be a legit issue. I think it sounds quality from what you're saying. I mean, the work you put in is coming out.
Yeah, dude, I took my time because we're blessed in this space with seeing everybody do their work out into the open, right? So everyone makes fun and we kind of laugh at Eric July and all the blunders he's gone through, but it's a learning experience, dude. Everything that he's done, you got to take that in and go, okay, like I don't want to make that mistake. I'm going to make sure that I don't fall into that pitfall. And so we're really on the shoulders of giants, seeing everybody, fuck up in different ways live as they're learning to do it themselves. Because we have to do everything when we're indie creators, right? Like from start to finish. So some of the stuff you know how to do and you've learned how to do, but like there's stuff that's just in your what do you call it, in your blind spot, and you've never tackled them, you never thought about them, but you still have to bring them to fruition. So seeing everybody's mistakes is such a huge boon, because you can learn and avoid those and put the time and effort to not do them. You're obviously going to make mistakes of your own too. Like nobody's perfect in execution,
but you'll have a lot less, and
hopefully
you'll be, the next issue will be even better and better, because of all the people that that were there before us.
Yeah, and for the first issue, you have to do everything, dude. Like your company design, your logo, your freaking title, image on the front page, your the style of lettering that you're gonna imagine, all that.
I'm a writer. I don't do none of that shit. What are you talking about?
Yeah, which I can't wait to do, but I'm also dreading to do. Because I all that stuff. I just, you think, oh, I just want to draw the book or write the book and draw the book and color it, letter it, and then I'm like, I don't want to do any marketing or business, whatever. But then now I do, because it's a part of producing that book.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's still scary.
It is,
and you could do all the stuff.
I actually got over the scare. I'm not scared anymore now. It's.
Oh, you will be. You will be.
But like I'm saying with the streaming and marketing, I'm not. I'm actually. It's been getting easier.
Well,
you got to get used to it. That's all.
Yeah, I think yeah, exactly. Like I've been streaming for almost 2 years now, so I'm starting to have fun with it now. I'm feeling. First year, I was freaking terrified. I was like, oh my.
When I first I thank Elliot. Elliot, thank you, because he was the first one to let me on the stream Christmas right before he took a break, like the 2-week break. But yeah, it was the first time I was ever on. I was like, hey everybody, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, it gets easier.
Yeah,
if you have a personality, if you're like quiet, like this and doesn't talk, you're not going to go anywhere. You got to be loud, obnoxious, like me.
You got it.
It works, man. It works, especially from Italian, from Jersey. You got it.
And when you're Italian, you can be threatening without anything.
Exactly. I'll make you buy my
Just book. Your accent is threatening. Hey, what'd you say here?
What do you hear? What do you say? Buy my book.
What do you mean now? What do you mean I'm funny?
Or I'm sending my friends to come make you a visit. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, I'm gonna come to your town and visit. How do you like that? I'm gonna come and say hello.
You're gonna meet my father and my brother, which is a trip in itself. So it's like,
I can't. Yeah, I gotta meet you first. Then I would love to meet them. That'd be awesome.
My dad's all about the bling and shit. He'd be like rocking gold. He's like in the 60s and shit. He don't care. He'd probably be packing too.
When is Ratel's going? When it's going to print?
So probably in a couple of weeks, because I'm just doing I've got 3 pages to do design stuff, which it's not the stuff that I like to do, but it's got to be done, and I'm the guy that's got to do it. So I work on it every morning. I put about an hour of work into it. So I do that, and then the rest of the day I work on other stuff, commissions and stuff. So it's coming along every day. I've got the printer waiting on the files. So as soon as it's done, I'll send them out. If there's any corrections to make, I'll make the corrections there. And then it's printer and then distribution. And so part of me wants to push it out as fast as possible. And I also I'm just want to make sure that I get everything looked at and it's tip top. Perfect.
Are the extra pages kind of surprises? Are you not going to say anything what they are?
Not really. I listed a bunch of them, all the covers are extra pages. I've got the making of the double page splash I mentioned with the projector thing. I've got photos from the Bitcoin event. I've got one page is the character bios, which is just a page with the.
I love those. Those are fun, dude.
Yeah.
Everything we did, we're gonna put in the back of the book. All those little, those are the best, man.
Well, Renee had. I don't know if you guys remember Renee, but Irene Strakowski, she has great campaigns. I love the way she set up her campaign.
Yeah,
she has character bios.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's good.
Yeah,
she's good.
So
she's amazing. I
don't like the concept of the book because I'm not into fairies, but she's a great artist. Fairies. Man. She's a good inker. Really
she's a good writer, artist, inker, businesswoman, promoter.
Yeah,
I mean she's legit.
Yeah, she's good, man.
Her campaign, I really enjoyed the way she set up all the visuals in her campaign. And one of the things that she did was character bios, which I was like, oh, I got to add that. So that's what you got to do, and you got to watch the people that do it the best, and steal their ideas. Make your version of that thing and add it to your roster and all that. So we're standing on the shoulders of giants, man. There's been years of people who have been crowdfunding, and I think Dave Brink is one of the early ones as well. He's been in it for 10 years now. It's 6 issues in to his Perfect 10 book that's coming out too. So shout out to Dave. He's done a lot of experimenting and growing, and Pau Rodrick's his artist. He's been able to keep the same artist, which not everybody can do that in the indie space too. Keeping your artist is secured, and it's really nice thing.
I have Ben. I have a guy behind Ben with a gun that he can't leave.
You have to.
My
man.
book. He's right. He's
Yeah.
right to the right. He's like this.
Yeah,
Say
exactly.
yes. Say yes.
It's
like,
one
hey,
of those things, dude. Like I've always felt, because that's one of the things that you notice in European bande dessinée, right? The French comics, is the artist would mostly never change. It'd be the same
It's all
writer
the same,
team
yeah.
for the longest time, unless the artist died, right? And even then, they try to revive him and have him
Because
sign.
we got 3 issues. Ben and I. That's what we're gonna do for the crowdfund. Then we're gonna hopefully do, more shorter floppies, monster of the week type stuff after that. After the big arc.
And I can't wait, man. I love this story. It's fun when you got a story.
Point the gun. Point the gun at him.
Yeah. What? Okay, say that again. I gotta say again. So I love the book and the whole concept. And okay, yeah, I'm gonna be on for the long haul. So.
Well, you guys have such an interesting book because you're coming in with, something that's been done before, especially in the movies, but it doesn't have its counterpart in the indie scene right now. So it's super exciting to see that come in.
I've been getting a lot of Japanese dudes hit me up saying I don't know what the hell they're saying because I put mech and kaiju and I tag it, and they fucking love it. And I was in the Gundam modeling community for a little while. Like I used to build like mechs and everything, and I tagged all those guys. And that whole community is really, really.
If you can bring in outside readers, outside collectors to come into the space.
Well, I told Matt I emailed him. I told him to get in touch with. There's a huge Gundam store, a Gundam World in Jersey. It's by Hoboken. I'm pretty sure over there. They're big, dude. They got a big following and everything. I told him, tell those guys, bring them down, because it's all the same thing. It's all in the same community, So, and they have a lot of money.
Yeah,
because those things are expensive.
That's why I'm marketing. That's why I'm marketing my book to the Bitcoin space as well. You go in a Bitcoin conference, you're the only comic.
Oh
book,
yeah,
right?
everybody's got that money over there.
And Bitcoin as well. You have to time it right. When the price is up, then they feel it's easy for them to spend. But when the price is down, people won't buy shit. Yeah. So it's kind of like you got.
That's why that's even difficult because everything fluctuates so much. So you don't you could be like going in. The start of the convention, it's up, and then the next day it's all down. Everything crashed.
Well, it mostly varies during the year. It's a 4-year cycle, right? So it'll go through changes. Day to day, it doesn't change that much anymore. It's the changes are smaller. In the early days, it was crazy. In the early days, it was like all over the place. Now it's the volatility is lowered. It's still volatile over years, but like day to day, it's not that crazy.
Yeah, so you can hodl for a while and then you'll be fine.
Exactly. That's the secret.
Well, hey man, Frederick, thanks for coming on. I know everyone's got to get going here, but it was awesome talking about your book.
Thank you so much, man. It was good to meet you and talk to you.
You too.
Rosario, it's cool to talk.
Very great.
Don't get to talk this much on the Commandos because we're a bunch of people at the same time. So it's really nice to sit down.
I figured out the Commandos have become a man show. It's a new man show. It is a new man show.
With a name like Commandos, it's like
you always talk about like real life shit.
You gotta leave your underwear at the door and
exactly
like a man.
But you got to come back on again, dude, Frederick. It was great. Yeah, it was great meeting you.
Love to, man. Hit me up, send me the link, and I'll hop on whenever I can, dude. It's fun time. Sundays are usually quiet, so it'd be. I would love to come back and talk with you guys. It's a great time.
Great. Thanks for sharing yourself.
Chat, I love you, chat. I love you guys.
Pick up Ratel. It's gonna go to print soon, so you got time to get it. And
that's right.
Keep pushing them. Get more backers. But
yeah, let me know about Tuesday too, Frederick.
Yeah, do you want to hop on?
Yeah. Just let me know what time.
So we're going to be having on my show is Proof of Comics on the show by the channel by my name on YouTube, and we're going to have Jonathan from Three Brothers Gruff. So everybody's been talking about this campaign because it's been like super low key, I wasn't able to get in touch with him because he kind of privated his DM, so there was no way to really contact him. I added him a couple of times, and Chris from Bootlegger Comics put me in contact with him last week, and I DM'd him, and he DM'd me actually. I was like, hey, I heard you guys wanted to talk to me. Like, We got questions for you. And so he's going to be our guest on Tuesday. So check that out. It's going to be a good time.
We should talk to him too. Get him on here too. Get that guy some love, man, because he needs it. That book looks dope.
Well, it's great. Like he's got an interesting story. Like he studied in the arts, but he worked as a correctional officer. He did like police sketches and stuff like that.
So cool, dude.
So it's going to be a fun conversation. And his story is a fantasy story. It's got incredible artwork. Like it looks gorgeous. So it's
it looks good.
Time. So I'm super proud to be promoting his campaign. It's going to be fun.
What time is your show?
So it's at 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays. It's called Proof of Comics.
Good times.
All right, everybody, check out the show. It's going to be unfortunately way too late for me, but it's going to be awesome.
Yep, we have reruns, so check that out.
Peace, guys.
All right, all y'all have a great week. You guys have a great week. Catch you later. Ciao.
Take care. Have a good one.
All right.